Being part of the LumenoCity event is really exhilarating. Having so many people attend a performance, it comes alive in a way that words just really can't describe.
LumenoCity's moving this year because Music Hall is undergoing an 18-month, $135 million renovation. It's a delicate balance of preserving the past and meeting modern expectations.
As Evan Millward shows us, there is one man whose camera is capturing all the change and the people making it happen.
Well, transformation like this doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of hands, up to 150 pairs of hands on any given day here at Music Hall. And by this point, almost all of the people working here know Matthew Zori. The only music in this hall now belongs to hammers, saws, the percussion of construction. But if you listen closely some days,
completely guessing on my exposure.
You'll also hear the careful clicks of a camera.
Originally, I was thinking of just really more personal work, more abstract, interesting lighting, work lights, high contrast and grit. Then I realized when I got here that I felt an obligation to actually document what was going on, and to keep coming back.
Matthew Zori is back in Music Hall after a couple weeks away when we join him.
The guys with the blow torches, they're cutting apart the escalators today. I thought I was going to miss that, so I'm glad they're still here.
He made these photos and more on our tour.
I hadn't thought about the floor disappearing, so I would say that is pretty much the biggest shock.
Surprising, especially when you consider that Zori is used to the view. He's been performing on this stage for more than 20 years.
I try not to use the A word, art. I don't know what I do is art, I play the bass, I have fun making music.
He plays for us a bit at his Wyoming home, where he also has a makeshift photo studio. But the bass and music came first and brought Zori to Cincinnati and to Music Hall.
Being from outside of Cincinnati, I have a totally different experience to it, and it's not the same as local people. It's like, as a New Yorker, if you're going to talk about tearing up Central Park, you're really going to get me going.
He may not be from here, but he gets it. Just look at him work, and look at his work. The focus on the people, Music Hall's manpower.
To me, that seemed natural.
This portrait, he says, is his favorite. The lines, the lighting, but he's still looking for his subject.
And I haven't run into this fellow to give him his portrait. I'm carrying one in my bag.
And he could be any of these guys, building a new box office, putting in a new pit, or uncovering hidden gems like these windows in Corbett Tower.
I think you have to say that a lot of people were nervous about the renovation, but from my perspective, it's all been good.
In Over the Round.
It kind of has taken on a life of its own.
I'm Evan Millward.
And I'm good with that. It's cool.
9 on your side.
Now that LumenoCity is at the Taft, it really starts the season of transition for both the Pops and the CSO.
They're calling this their home away from home, and they're hoping that concert lovers move with them.
What's old is new again.
The Taft has really undergone, I think, a pretty remarkable transformation.
The theater at the corner of 5th and Sycamore has had an extreme makeover.
$3.5 million renovation in the summer of 2011.
New restrooms, seats, railings, lighting, and maybe most notably in the summer,
air conditioning. Since 1928, when the building opened, there was no air conditioning in here.
All the things modern concert patrons look for, but subscribers used to Music Hall will notice some differences.
The Taft Theater is a very intimate space. It's got about 2,400 seats, as opposed to Music Hall, which had 3,400 seats. It seems like the orchestra's right in your lap.
There isn't a bad seat in the house, both visually or sonically.
But the reality is, worldwide, when orchestras change venues, subscriber numbers go down.
Looking at this project, this really important renovation of Music Hall, Our goal was to buck that trend.
It's going to introduce some people that haven't been here in many years or may not have been here at all to a building that has really been saved, so to speak, as an icon.
And it will give us kind of a foretaste of what Music Hall is going to be like in its new configuration.
The venue, though, isn't going to do it all, so that's why both the CSO and Pops turned to their concerts and turned them up a notch.
We've got an amazing lineup of artists. Vanessa Williams, Smokey Robinson is going to be joining us, Ben Folds. We have a star-studded salute to Disney. Over the Rhine is going to be performing their Christmas concert with the orchestra.
Oh, this is a season like no other. This beautiful theater is your home away from home for the orchestra, and we know that beautiful Music Hall will be waiting for us in 2017.
We've already received a rundown from the Pops from JMR, but the CSO is bringing in big names as well.
Yeah, Itzhak Perlman, Yo-Yo Ma, and Long Long are all going to play here at the Taft this year. Next on Luminosity, lighting up a city inspired. Final Call. Meet the man who dedicated his life to the theater. Why he's taking his final curtain call after decades backstage.